In my last video on the finals, I made some rather bold predictions about ranked terminal attack.
They called me a madman. And what I predicted came to pass.
But, as usual, it turns out I was 100% correct. Ranked terminal attack is a complete shit show. Just recently, Embark did a Twitch Rivals event, which is effectively just marketing that they paid a lot of money for the finals. So there was this big Twitch tournament for the finals. All your favorite streamers playing against each other. It's supposed to be a big, fun event. Well, the chat for the entire duration of the Twitch Rivals event was spamming hashtag #RemoveTA the whole time. People are not happy with terminal attack, and they shouldn't be, because it's boring and terrible. The game mode is garbage. On the bright side, even Embark knows terminal attack is bad because they got rid of the 5-game requirement to play terminal attack to unlock the other game modes. If you don't know, when terminal attack came out this season, brand new players had to play 5 rounds of terminal attack to unlock the other game modes, which is terrible because terminal attack is obviously awful. It's a bad game mode in general, but it's a especially bad game mode for a new player. A new player just wants to, sink their teeth into a game and try and experiment and fail and respawn. Terminal attack is a terrible place to learn the game. When you're messing with your settings, you don't want to just sit and wait for, a 2-minute respawn timer. This decision is actually crazy. But luckily, Embark waived that 5-game requirement. So now new players can actually jump in and play the real game, the fun game. Crazy. But unfortunately, a lot of damage has already been done. If you go on Reddit and look at some of the Reddit posts, there are new players complaining, like, I can't finish a game of terminal attack, people just leave. And this is not ranked terminal attack, this is just normal terminal attack. So what's happening is new players are jumping into the game because they see the marketing. There's been a marketing push for the game recently. They're jumping into terminal attack, their first experience with the game, they're playing it, and they're just Alt F4ing out of the game. These are not people that are rage quitting and queuing up for another round. These are people that are going, this game is shit, and just uninstalling it. This is way worse than people not liking ranked terminal attack. So this whole terminal attack experiment has just been a complete shit show, and luckily Embark has at least seen the light a little bit, and they have waived that 5-game requirement, because I'm sure they've seen the internal numbers. I'm sure they saw, a day or two of new players jumping in and just quitting the game immediately. So luckily they got rid of that. But will they? The question is not will they get rid of terminal attack. They're gonna get rid of it. It's an absolute objective fucking failure. It's terrible. Question is, will they wait an entire season? As of the recording of this video, there are like 97 days left in the season. That is an insane amount of time. If they let terminal attack exist as the ranked game mode for 97 more days, that's going to do a tremendous amount of damage to the game, for many reasons. But it's not good. That's a long time. That's a long time in general. That's especially a long time for the internet and gaming. But it's an especially long time for a free-to-play game that's already, I don't want to say on the ropes, but not doing as well as they'd like to. The situation with terminal attack is just horrific. It's not like they designed a game mode for the top players and alienated everyone else. The top players don't even like it. If you go on Twitch, people are not streaming terminal attack. I was watching the rank 1 player in terminal attack not even play it. He's playing World Tour. Even the people that are good at terminal attack, that climb the leaderboards just for the sake of it, don't even want to play it. This game is not for the casuals. The competitive players don't like it. The top players don't even like it. Nobody fucking likes this thing. So I'm worried that they're going to let this whole season play out with terminal attack. That would be a critical error. And I have some hope that they won't do that, because luckily Embark has been pretty good with responding to things. You have to give these guys credit. They, if something is really broken and overpowered, they usually nerf it pretty quick. But will they get rid of something that they did a marketing push for? That's kind of my worry, is that the marketing team and the developers are going to clash, because they did spend some serious money marketing terminal attack. There's been Steam ads pushing terminal attack. There have been terminal attack, like Instagram ads, and they did a push for this game mode. And for them just to, cut it will suck. Like, that's going to not look great for the marketing department or whoever made that decision to push terminal attack, it's going to look like shit because they effectively wasted a lot of those marketing dollars. But they're doing damage to the game right now. They need to cut their losses, realize they fucked up, and change it. So what's my solution? Well, I have two of them. First thing they could do is just bring back the old ranked cash out. Yes, the game mode is deeply flawed, especially at a high level, but at least it's not boring. And the majority of the player base doesn't play cash out in like the toxic, problematic way. You have to understand that even though a disproportionately high amount of you guys viewing this video are going to be at the higher ranks, most people playing the game are not diamond. And diamond rank and above is where cash out really starts falling apart because people start playing like the meta strategies and every game is heavy, medium, and everybody's doing third-party cash out cheese. But that only really starts happening at diamond. The lower ranks, people still play the game in a fun way, and it's still pretty varied just because you have the chaos of just different skill levels, and people aren't sweating at the tremendous level they are at diamond. At diamond, people really do just AFK in buildings and wait to third-party fights. That's really how it plays at the higher ranks. But for the vast majority of players, that's not their experience. It's just chaotic, crazy FPS fun in a flawed game mode, yes. But it's better than fucking terminal attack. I think even at diamond and above, it is better than terminal attack. So that's one thing they could do. Just bring back the old cash out. Yes, it's flawed, but it's better than what we have. And we could play that until we get the new revamped version in Season 4. My next solution, and the thing that I'd like to see personally, is ranked power shift. Now, I'm obviously biased. I'm a power shift enjoyer, but I think it's perfect for Season 3. Season 3 right now is a total clusterfuck. Terminal attack is terrible. Cash out is terrible. But we have a game mode with power shift that a lot of people really enjoy. And I don't think anybody like genuinely hates power shift like they hate terminal attack or they hate third-party cash outs. Terminal or power shift may have flaws, which we don't really know because it hasn't been played competitively, but at least it's not boring. And power shift has a lot of things going for it that Embark wants. Namely, it's easy to understand. Embark wants the competitive game mode to be easy to understand and easy to view. With power shift, there is one objective. The action is centralized. It's very easy to view and understand from an esport perspective. It's fair. That's the thing with power shift is that you don't get fucked over. It's 5v5. There's not third partying. It's relatively fair. It's simple, centralized action. A new player can jump into power shift and understand what to do, where to go, and how to be useful. And most importantly, power shift can be enjoyed without a coordinated group. If you're playing one of the cash box game modes and your group is not synergized and you have like one guy running off to Africa and the other two are trying to do something, you're going to have a bad time. If your group is not coordinated or your group's not running a good team comp, you're just 100% going to have a bad time. But in power shift, dude, there are times where you run like 3 lights and 2 heavies and it just works. Like, or you just run 4 lights and it just works because everybody's executing in a way that is valuable. Like on an individual level, you can do more individualistic things because there's not like the crazy CQC explosion-y chaos barrier. Like you just have more room to breathe in power shift. The next thing that's good for power shift is it's a game mode where you respawn, and you respawn pretty frequently and quickly. Even in the cash box game modes, there are times where you're dead for a while, and that's not really great for new players. New players want to get in, experiment, die, try again. That's what you want to do when you're a new player. You're messing with your settings. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't want to get shit on and then have to sit there and bask in it. That's terrible. Again, I don't know why they made terminal attack the fucking game mode you have to play first. That's the craziest decision I've ever seen. But power shift, relatively, you're back in the action pretty quick. Very rarely are you having to wait for like a 25-second respawn timer. There's not any respawn limits. I don't know. I feel like it's just a better environment to learn in. The next thing power shift has going for it, and this is my nuclear hot take that I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with, but I think power shift is very well balanced. The reason I say that is that I see people complaining about every single one of the classes. Everything is OP in power shift, apparently. Lights are OP, mediums are OP, heavies are OP. Lights, so broken. The snipers are crazy OP. They frag out with invisibility and they're fast TTK weapons. Mediums are so OP, they can zipline and jump pad, and they have crazy mid-range damage, and they're just so oppressive with their FCARs and AKs. heavies are so broken. They throw up barricades on the platform, and they have shields and Lewis guns. And have you seen how broken the winch claw is? Like, everybody's complaining about everything, which leads me to believe that it's actually pretty well balanced. And as somebody who is a power shift enjoyer, the thing I see that's different about power shift versus the other game modes is that everybody is playing with everything in power shift. With power shift, you have extremely close quarters fights. You have really long distance fights. You have a lot of mid-range stuff. You have a ton of destruction. Power shift shows off the sandbox of the finals perfectly. You show off all the best stuff in that game mode. You see it all. You see the crazy shotgun plays. You see the crazy sniper plays. You see people, busting through walls, the barricade blowing shit up, fires, explosions. You see it all in power shift. I think they need to lean into this game mode more, and I think you've really got something here. Will meta strategies evolve in power shift? Is there something that I'm not seeing that's super broken right now in power shift? Is there some meta that's hyper oppressive? Maybe. But from what I can tell at the surface level, having played it a lot, there's not really anything that's, I think, is that broken. With the APS being nerfed, the only thing I would say in the past that was broken was the APS, everybody turtling up with the unlimited use APS with a bunch of barricades and domes and things on the platform. That was pretty OP for a while, but now that APS has limited uses, I think genuinely one heavy with a grenade launcher or one medium with a grenade launcher just completely kills that entire turtle strategy, because the APS can only be used 3 times before it's destroyed. And then, that grenade launcher is just going to be taking out all those barricades and shields. So, and then glitch grenades also, destroy that strategy. So, for you power shift haters that say it's, so broken and so unbalanced, what is it? What is the thing that's so broken and so unbalanced that would make ranked power shift a complete no-go? And what's funny about this is I want you to respond in the comments, because I bet there's going to be a whole bunch of different answers. Some people are going to be like, oh, dude, the snipers and power shift are crazy. They're just going to ruin. Oh, it's the heavies are going to ruin everything. Oh, it's the mediums with their FCARs that are just so oppressive with their mid-range damage. I bet we're going to get a whole bunch of different answers about why power shift is broken, and it's because this class and this class and this class, and they're all going to be different answers. So I would love to see the ranked power shift be the experimental season 3. Who gives a fuck? It's already a clusterfuck. Let's just try it. Why not? You got nothing to lose. Let's just try it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I still enjoy the game. I'm still playing the game. I'm still going to complete the battle pass. The gunplay, the gameplay is still fun. Obviously, this is a huge fuck up from Embark. Like, there's no denying that Terminal Attack is just a complete abortion. They wasted so much time and money on this failed experiment. I'm sure the marketing people are not happy that they spent a whole bunch of money pushing out, ads for Terminal Attack, and it's just a failure. But, live and learn. Lean into the good shit you got. And I think that Power Shift is a great game mode. I think that with some changes, Cash Out will be a great game mode. You got Bank It too, which is a fun little arcadey game mode. But I think the best game mode they have right now that shows off everything, the destruction, all the weapons, the whole sandbox, you see it all in Power Shift. And you just don't see it all in any of the other game modes. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and join the Discord. It's free.